When we talk about change, uh, most people today are living in their comfort zones. What I mean by comfort zone is, if let's say you are born in a very rich family, okay, where everything is there. You have house, you have car, you have bungalow, and you have nothing to, as a motivating factor, you got nothing. But for the kids of those millionaires or billionaires, there's a bigger challenge because whatever their fathers or forefathers have done, they have to actually do more than that. Okay? So what happens is that in that case, they are living in a comfort zone, and in corporates also, people are comfortable with one kind of a job. If he is doing a job and he is rewarded every year, he thinks that he is doing a great job. He doesn't want to change the job because of challenges in the other company or going higher up in the ladder in the hierarchy. So he thinks, why should I take up additional responsibilities? So he is averse to learning, he is averse to taking up new challenges and averse to change. He doesn't do that, and therefore he stays there. But it's very important for somebody to be successful. Either he is having everything in life like a millionaire's son, or a fresher who is joining an industry. He has to adapt change. Okay. Now, when he goes from a college, he goes into corporate world. He doesn't understand the corporate world, how it functions, because there are a lot of expectations from his bosses, from the company, and given his education background, whatever he is boasting on his CV, he knows this stuff, that stuff, everything. People expect a lot of things, and therefore he has to learn first how people behave within this corporate world, and he will start learning about things, but he has to adapt. If he thinks that this is my style, I'm going to do it the way I do, and this is what I've been taught in my books, it doesn't work. Because whatever books teach is just an example of a few successful companies, but that doesn't apply everywhere in copy paste format. It doesn't apply. Every company has got its own virtues. Every company has got its own philosophy. The founders' philosophy, they have started a company. You look at TCS, you look at Infosys, you look at Facebook, anybody, any company, they all have their own values and virtues, and you have to follow those virtues, and you have to your goal, basically what we also learn in the management. But actually when you start, your goal and the company goals are different. So you merge your goal with the company goal and try to achieve what you want from the company, but in this return company also wants from you. So you have to change the way company wants you to work. It's not that you want to work and therefore the company will change for you. So that is a change he is facing, and he has to change. Otherwise he will not be successful. He'll be demotivated, demoralized. There is a lot of things around him he has to adapt. Learning technology is one part, but there are a lot of other things he has to learn. So he has to become like water. What is water? What are the characteristics of water? It's simple. You put it in a glass, it will take the form of a glass. You put it in a bottle, it will be like a bottle. You just flow it on a wet floor, it will just flow, and it does not have shape. It takes shape as you give, and that is the key characteristics of water, which all human beings, I believe, have to follow. Like, you go to London or maybe out of India or any other country where your culture, your values and everything is there. You go out, for example, I can give you is a friend of mine who went to London. He was coming from a background where he didn't know how to use spoon and how to use knife and fork. He didn't know how to wear a tie, or he didn't know how to wear a suit, and everything. The moment he landed at the airport, everything changed. First thing, weather is changed. India is 35 degrees, there it is -10. Weather has changed. The sun rises at 11:30 in the morning, not like India, which is at 6:30. And for him, it was like, in 5 hours, on that day itself, he thought I should go back and take the plane, return back to India. But he has to face change, and he has to adapt to the change, and he did that, right from adapting to the weather, to the people around, because they talk different English. It's not English what he learned in India. The food was different. Whatever he was eating at his homemade food rather, So he was feeling homesick the moment he landed. but he changed, and that is why he's successful today. He changed everything. Whatever he had learned in the school and college, that helped him to be successful in that country. But it's like changing yourself completely, except the core knowledge which is there with you. But rest of things he changed. And when he came back to India, he was a different man. He was a different man. His English was different, his style was different, he had so much of knowledge, horizon changed and everything changed. And that's how, if you don't adapt to change, you don't become like water, or you don't have characteristics like a water, you have a problem in life. People perceive you in a different way, saying he's not going to change, he doesn't talk to us, he doesn't listen to us. So you have to. But your core values has to remain same. It should not that you follow those cultures and other things, but your core values which are there, the honesty, the truth and other things has to be there. We spoke about freshers and how a fresher basically faces challenge and how he has to adapt himself to the changing environment. Now, once he moves into the corporate world, or he starts his own business, or he starts something on his own, over a period of time, let's say given a period of 10 years or something like that, which is midlife crisis, what we say, is faced by everybody, and that's the point of inflection. Either he grows up or he goes down. That's what has been done, researched everywhere across the world, and I've observed myself. And even I also came across a point where I said, now what? Okay, there are many people who come to a point saying, okay, now you are a CFO of a company, you are a chief operating officer of a company. Now what? Should I go out of India, or should I start my own business, or should I stop this and start pursuing my personal pleasure and personal goals? People have got that midlife crisis. What next? Because once you reach a particular goal, you are self-satisfied. After that, money, your position, your power has lost its value. Now you want something more than that. So therefore, people have that midlife crisis. And how do you basically come out of that? You have to either move up in the ladder, change the company where there are fresh challenges, or change your field. Let's say you are in a finance world, you go into marketing, but very less chances of getting a job in marketing, but then you can do that, or do something which you always wanted to do, in terms of drawing, painting, or whatever you want to do, you can do that and change the field. So you will have fresh challenges, and therefore again the change comes in. You have to adapt to changes there as well, because whatever you have done in finance doesn't apply there. But ultimately, knowledge, whatever experiences you have gained over these years, does help you. So you come out of the midlife crisis. You have seen a lot of people working for NGOs, whatever experiences they have, they start giving back to the society. So these are the things which people face. After midlife crisis, again, a question mark comes when you retire. What next? So, I keep saying again and again to everyone who is starting his career that start thinking of retirement when you are starting work or you start your first job. You must have hobbies, you must have personal things which you want to do at a later stage. If you don't do it now, you'll never be able to do at a later stage. So if you start developing those habits, like somebody wants to do dancing, okay, you can do part-time dancing when you are working, making money, having family, but then you can do that, or you can do photography, or you can do painting, or you can write books, or you can be a programmer, whatever personal pleasure which you can do with physical limitations, you can do. So do that, and that's how you plan your retirement as well, because retirement is the most happiest period in somebody's life. We all strive, we all struggle, we all fight till every day, every moment we fight. Boss, I will do this when I have this. When I have money, I will do this. When I have money, when I have got this, I will do this. But that time for many people doesn't come, and everything is just a waste. Which I have told in the past. Khana pina ang lagega, which means जो आप खाते हो, whatever you eat will go into your body. खाना पीना अंग लगेगा. दान धर्म किया और अच्छा काम किया, वो संग लगेगा. बाकी बचा उसको जंग लगेगा. Which means everything is waste. If you understand this basic philosophy in life, you are successful, and that's the change you have to follow.